Hey guys, Alegre-Wood here, author of the 3+1 Plan and chairman of YPC Group, where we help you to build a thriving property portfolio so you can live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, but in such a way that you're not creating a second job or actually working yourself into an early grave. So what I wanted to do today was we've been running the webinars now for a while, and we've compiled hundreds of questions that you guys have been asking. So I want to take those, and what I've done is I've broken them down into a number of really key questions that most of you guys are repeatedly asking. And what I've done is I want to present them to you so you get that level of education. I've always been a massive supporter of free education. And so that's what I want to do for you guys today, is really give you, I guess, what most people out there are concerned about in the market now, about property investment, about strategies, about structures, about all sorts of things, the questions that you guys have been asking. So, it's not now me telling you what you should be thinking, it's you guys actually feeding back. And I love that about the social media, and I love that about webinars. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get started. Okay, so guys, what I wanted to cover right now is how long is off plan. So we had this question, and specifically what they were talking about in this question is, we're going to look at stock versus off plan, mortgage side of things and how that works, but then also what is the real difference between stock and off plan, and the duration things. So I'll get straight into it. The difference between stock and off plan, whilst most people will tell you that stock is built, you can actually see it, you can physically go and see it. And I agree with that. And then off plan is something that's not built. Now, technically, by the letter of the law, off plan means that it's actually off the architect's plan. In other words, it's not actually a building yet. But then that doesn't account for the fact that there's a gap between the plan to the actual building being built. So what we do in a practical sense here at YPC is we actually look at it a little bit differently. What we say is this, okay? So if we're looking at stock, all right? Stock is something whereby you reserve the property and then you get the mortgage and you exchange and complete at the same time, okay? So if you can exchange and complete simultaneously, okay, then we consider that as being stock. Now, normally that means that stock is anything up to 3 months before being built, okay? So by the time you get a mortgage in place, well, then you're ready to exchange, all right? Now, off plan is anything where you're going to exchange first, and then at some point in the future, you're going to actually complete on that property. So we reserve it, we exchange, and then at some point we complete, all right? Now, that point could be anywhere from 3 months to 7 years, okay? We've actually got off-plan stuff that's 7 years out, okay? Now, the interesting thing is normally you're looking at 18 months to 3 years. Now, 18 months to 3 years, that's for most developments. If you're talking about a normal market cycle, a developer starting a block is going to take about 18 months to build it. Now, there are, if you're going to a smaller development, it can be done in 6 months. But normally that's a fairly good sort of indication of an off-plan. Out to 3 years. 3 years is going to be a bigger development with perhaps phased completions. In other words, one block will complete, then the next one, then the next one. Or if it's a tall office tower or a tall tower, it might be that this many complete, that many complete, and then the top complete. So that's the main difference between stock and off plan. Now, just some other points that I want to make, all right? And these are other questions that we've had around this same subject. You don't actually start paying the mortgage until completion. So if you're completing here or completing here, that's when you start paying the mortgage. So don't worry, if you're doing off plan, you're not going to start paying a mortgage here. You actually don't even make the application until probably 3 or 4 months before completion is due. All right, so the second point is, once you exchange on the property, you are locking in the price. Now what that means, that can either be massively beneficial or it can be hugely dangerous and damaging. All right, so if prices are going up, then what that means is you've locked in the price here, and now completion, it's worth that much. That's your equity, you own that. The developer can't come back and say, actually give me part of that, because you locked in and you exchange contracts here. All right, but likewise, if the market's shooting down, you said you'd pay that price, and now it's worth that. That's actually where you're going to be basing mortgages and all the sorts of things in. So you've actually lost that money. And that's the massive risk in off plan. But actually, if you understand the property cycle, then there's very little risk in off plan. In actual fact, there's some massive benefits in it. And certainly coming to the cycle now where we are, off plan is fantastic. London off plan has already seen growth, okay? So the final point, you own the growth over the point off-plan period, all right? So there are 3 extra points on that. Now, really, off-plan is all about mortgages. When are you going to get them? When are you going to exchange? And when are you going to complete? So guys, I hope that sort of clarifies that point with you. So guys, I'm sure you found that information really valuable. The first step really now is that you need to get a plan. You need to actually, work out exactly how you're going to put this in place. So what I encourage you to do is come in and sit down with us, talk to us, grab a coffee with us. And what we can do is we can actually start mapping out what your plan is. But more importantly, not just give you a written bit of paper that says go and buy property or do this, but we can talk about structure, strategy, processes, procedures. We can talk about all the things that you need to put into that plan. We can talk about why you want to achieve this, what you're actually looking to do about this. We can talk about where you're starting from, what sort of limitations, what sort of emotional barriers you're going to face. But then more importantly, we can talk about how you're going to get there. Yeah? And with those 3 elements, you've got yourself a really powerful plan. Then the next thing is the motivation and the action. Nothing happens without action. And this is where the team, we can help you do this. And in fact, we can do it for you if that's what you want. So guys, I encourage you to come in, meet with us, grab a coffee or tea if you drink it, and really just sit down and get that out. One of the things you're going to find about the way we approach this is that most companies in this industry, what they'll do is they will just try and sell you into a property. The first phone call you make to them, guaranteed you're going to get sold a property. Okay? You're going to find we don't do that. What we want to make sure is you get that plan in place, you get all the emotional things sorted out, and you're aware of those. And you really get a feel for who you're going to be working with. Okay? Relationship is what it's all about. It's not just flog lots of property, because I can tell you it takes about 3 months to buy a property, but you're going to own that property for 5, 10 years maybe. So it's really important that you put a structure and strategy in place, a plan, and follow that plan. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is you can grow your portfolio very quickly, but then if you're not aware of market cycles and all these sort of things, interest rates rising, inflations and all those, what's going to happen is you're going to be put at risk down the track. It may look good now, but the market changes, and then all of a sudden, all of your weaknesses in the portfolio you've built are going to be displayed. So getting a plan is going to enable you to actually just get rid of that totally. Guys, I'm looking forward to meeting you real soon at either one of our webinars or perhaps a seminar, or if you come to one of our offices around the world. Have a great day, and remember, live with passion.